I will give you a list of some books that will be great if you choose to further your education on understanding special needs in the daycare environment. Now, the question that I would like to ask you, which is the first exercise, what does IDA, my child IEP, states that his disability is LED? Let me do it again. It says from IDA, my child, from IEP, states ELV. So I'd like to know what is IDEA, IEPS, and LTE. I'll give you a few minutes to think about it and tell me what it means. What does it mean, IDEA?
I'm not sure about IDEA, but I believe IEP stands for Individual Educational Plan.
Very good. IEP means Individualized Education Plan.
And LD means Learning Disabled.
Great. Very good. LD means Learning Disability. Now, what's the last one? Does anyone know? Any other hands? Anyone else would like to take a chance? IDA is Individualized Education Act. Alright? And another one is, a long time ago, it used to be called Public Law. Public Law was this before IDA was into place. Now, I'm going to now give you a pretest. Let's look at the pretest, everyone. As you can see, I have different abbreviations. I only have 6 abbreviations. The first one is ED. The second one is VIP. The third one is ADA. 4 is the NCLB. 5 is LRE. And the last one is FAPE. I'll give you enough time to think before we answer them. I'll play some music to get you in the mood. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's try the first person. What does ED stand for? Anyone? Sir, what do you think ED stands for?
Emotionally disturbed.
Emotional disturbed. Very good. The first exercise. Let's see if I can flip this over. Good. Alright, number 1 on the test is ED, and that is emotional disturbed, emotional disability. Okay? Alright, let's look at number 2. What is number 2? B-I-P. Young man, what about you? Do you know what it is? Okay. Number 2 is, for your reference, so you know, it's called Behavior Intervention Plan. Alright. Number 3. ADA.
Is that American Disability Act or American Disability Association?
Yes, it is. That's right. Very good. That's very good.
Damn.
And let's look at number 4. NCL.
No child left behind.
No child left behind. give this one to you. It's LRE. Because many people, if you're not in the field of special ed, you really don't come across this very often. And it's called least restrictive environment. Okay, and the last one, FAPE, and that one is free appropriate placement education. Okay. Now, as you get to, as time goes on, more and more in the field of special ed, you're going to see a lot of abbreviations, and you get to a point, many times you get confused, you might forget the types of disabilities, you might forget about the terminology, and that is okay, especially if this is not your area. But when you're working with students with disabilities or special needs kids, you need to know some of it, especially when you're talking to parents or service providers. All right, now, are there any questions? We will continue working on other abbreviations as time goes on. Does anyone can remember abbreviation in special needs that they would like to talk about that they know offhand? Yes.
ADD or ADHD, does that have to do with special ed?
Yes, but it's not identified as a disability. They can have a specific learning disability, SLD. It can be associated with that. They also have other health impairment. That means person can have health problems that can be still identified with a disability. But age by itself, they're saying that is not a disability, but it's a part of a disability. Okay. Now for the article, I have an article where you will read and discuss about a kid that is in an early childhood setting. How would you read, or if you ever come across a disability? Now, I will have future workshops on having a child that you think that might need special services. And the other workshop would be that the child has been identified as a special needs child, what to do with it. So as time goes on, you'll listen and you'll have a chance to participate in the different workshops in the area of